The Nagaland government has called for peace along the interstate border with Assam, even as it imposed faith on the ability of Super Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma to resolve the border dispute. Well, speaking exclusively to Northeast Live, Nagaland Tribal Affairs and Higher Education Minister Temjan Imna Along said it is in the interest of people of both Assam and Nagaland to maintain peace in the disputed area. Along, meanwhile, slammed Assam Congress MLA Roopjyoti Kurmi for allegedly being the one who created trouble in the Disoi Valley Reserve.
The recent incident between the Assam-Nagaland border has created tension in both the states. How critical do you think the issue is?
Any kind of tension in the border areas is not good for both the people living on both the sides of the two states. But knowing very well what has just happened recently also, my Honorable MLA from Assam, Mr. Roopjyoti Kurmiji, we know him very well and we know all the things and tactics that he takes on to create issues always in the border areas.
Well, Along, however, expressed confidence that with Himanta Biswa Sharma at the helm in Assam, there was nothing to worry at the moment.
With an able leader like Himanta Biswa Sharma ji as the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, who is a super CM, I believe that it is not an issue that cannot be resolved.
Well, the Nagaland minister also appealed people of both sides to maintain status quo in the disputed area and not to be adventurous like the Assam Congress MLA.
I pray that the people of both the sides of the state maintain decorum as it was before, maintain peace as it was before trying to be adventurous like Mr. Kurmi and trying to garner sympathy and empathy through the wrong ways and means.
Well, speaking on the Thursday's incident along the interstate border, Along, who is also the Nagaland BJP president, said the Vikoto village where people from the state have been carrying out cultivation for decades. He termed the alleged aggression from the Assam side as unwarranted.
The issue of Nagaland-Assam border is still lying in the Supreme Court, and the Assam MLA have made some serious allegations that he was fired upon by some people. Do you think that he's doing this just to gain political mileage?
We have seen the clip of what had happened there. First of all, both the top leaders of the state, both Himanta Biswa Sharma ji and the nephew Ryoji, the both honorable chief ministers of both the states, know very well that how things has to be maintained, peace has to be maintained, and which they have been doing so for so many years. And like you very well said, the border issue is as sub judice in the Supreme Court. And claims and counterclaims have been happening since early 70s. And the incident that has happened this time is in an area near Victo village. And obviously, from generations, our people have been doing cultivation, jhum cultivation, and plantations have been going on. It is not a new affair that has just happened recently. But if you notice, they came and took arms on their own hands. They destroyed the houses of the photographs which I have. They cut down the plantations, and they had the audacity to even do that drama and say go into fast. I think those kind of maverick behaviors are not needed today.
On asked whether he will visit the disputed area tomorrow, Sikne, it comes under his constituency, along said that the idea right now is to ensure that there is no escalation of tension.
Well, you, along with a host of ministers and advisors, is scheduled to leave for the border tomorrow for inspection. Can you give us more details on this?
We are contemplating, but as we know very well, until and unless there is such a situation, on my part as being the MLA from that area, from the area where the situation has happened, I really thank the Assam government led by Himanta Biswasji, the Honorable Chief Minister, for being so assertive and bringing everything to a status quo. That is leadership. The Honorable Chief Minister of Nagaland also wrote a letter to the Honorable CM of Assam, which was honored. And that's how we plan to go. So if the need is there to go and see, then we would surely go there. But I again say it, instead of escalating any issue, let us maintain the status quo.
Well, it may be mentioned here that tension erupted at Disoi Valley in the interstate border between Assam and Nagaland after unidentified miscreants fired at Assam MLA Rupjyoti Kurmi, who was visiting an alleged encroachment site along with the 2 PSOs and 3 Assam police constables. So indeed, big story at this point in time. Assam-Nagaland border row here, viewers. The Nagaland government has called for peace along the interstate border with Assam, even as it imposed faith on the ability of Super Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma to resolve the border dispute there. And of course, we just heard, speaking exclusively to Northeast Live, Nagaland Tribal Affairs and Higher Education Minister Temjen Imnalong said it is the interest of both people from Assam and Nagaland to maintain peace in the disputed areas.